three approaches to negotiation. Win-win, we all got it, haven't we? Win-win's really cool. I love win-win. And win-win's a great place to get to, okay? And it's absolutely great. I don't always have win-win occasionally. In my old days, I used to have sometimes that, and I wasn't proud of win-lose. Because I had suppliers that I used to do business with, they were only ever going to be one-time suppliers. I was only ever going to buy off them once. They were just one container, that was it. Never going to do business with you again. And my God, did I go hard. Okay, you ever been to Bali? Who's been to Bali here? We are such stupid negotiators as white folks. We are. Because I went to Bali, and, I'm fascinated by this. And I take the little kid, and, we get a 30% discount. We think we're doing really well, okay? Because that's what they think. And you know what the little kid says to me? He said, Tony, we go down to 90%. But most Westerners are too embarrassed to go that hard. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? And then when we have foreigners negotiate with us, we get upset with them. But you've got to understand that is effectively the environment that they've come from. Embrace it, understand it, and don't get offended by it. Okay, a couple of other things is you got win-win. Now that's big win, little win. Probably done more of that in Harvey Norman than in the other approach. I now really move towards this approach because ultimately, I have partners and they're partners for life. You give, you receive. It really is very much a synergistic approach to life and business. Okay, now that's the process of negotiation. Now that is called, you just want to write this down, it's called probe. P-R-O-B-E. It's a classic negotiation technique that is used. It is a system because it controls the order. Now the order is quite simply this. Number one in probe is preparation. All right, now you've got to be brilliant at preparation. And now what is preparation? You've got to set your objectives. Now, in order to set your objectives, guys, here is what I would strongly suggest you do. You have a negotiation strategy template in your page there. That is a brilliant template to use in preparation of any negotiation. It's asking you the questions that you need to actually get in order to get the best outcome. Okay, so that's preparation. Really important to do preparation. Brilliant preparation can be done on the internet, can't it? Absolutely. Man, I've got so much on you, it's unbelievable. And if you've got any employee who says, and they come in for a job interview, you know what they normally say? Or they say, or a salesperson who says, have you heard this? Can you tell me about your business? Now, this is really insulting because if a salesperson is fair income about helping you to build your business, wouldn't you think they would have done some research on your business? How genuine are they? Like if you're a salesperson and you've been told, ask them about their business. No, ask them something about the business that you've already researched to show that you've investigated their business. That is brilliant. Man, I was on your website the other day and, I went to paragraph 3 of the page on this. What does it actually mean? Man, you're curious about them. They will be curious about you. Pretty good stuff. So that's a negotiation template. So we've got preparation sorted out. Now then you've got to build rapport. Couple of things that I would strongly suggest. When you play sport, there is something called a home ground advantage. Please use it to your advantage. It's better to negotiate on your turf than someone else's turf. Always is, always will. So recognise that there is certain things that you can do. I would strongly suggest that if you are in that area of negotiation with your customers, that you have a room that is called your glamour room. You know what your glamour room is? All the awards, the certificates, the accreditation that you've got. It is an area that your authority is actually increased because authority leads to power, and power is a principle of negotiation. So you've got to develop rapport. You've got to do, all that language stuff and body language stuff. That's why you want to negotiate face-to-face. because 70% of communication is non-verbal. Here's a trick. Look at people's feet. Feet truly tell their true actions. So, and when you're actually in a negotiation situation, I would strongly suggest that you consider using a round table as opposed to a traditional office. Round table is a spirit of collaboration. And if you've got two people that are trying to negotiate, sit in between them. It freaks them. Remember, you're trying to do something that they're not expecting. The typical advertorial role actually works against that. You try to break the psychology of what they're actually trying to do. Pretty good stuff. I'll tell you something else. Competition is a brilliant form of negotiation. When I was at Harvey Norman, again, I'm not particularly proud of this, when we used to have our buying days, we had 4 days of intense buying. And what I used to do is I used to get the agenda and I used to change all the suppliers around. And what did I do? The intention was to effectively cluster the competitors together. So you can imagine Epson came in, HP came in, and every single time I was running late in the meeting. The intention was, as the Epson person walked out, who did they see? The HP person. Right? Can I just make sure that you understand that competition and scarcity are two brilliant negotiation techniques? Way a long time ago, I tried to sell a car. Okay, and again, I learnt negotiation the hard way from Jerry. I remember how I sold the car. I put it in the trading post. I told people that they should turn up at 9 o'clock. And then I told the next person who phoned up, come and see me at 9:05. Then come and see me at 9:10. Guess what happened? They all arrived at once. And I go to the one that's looking at the car and say, I'm really sorry about this. Those other 2 people want to look at the car also, but you've got first rights. And I just go to the other people, I'm so sorry about this, but you've arrived, just they're holding back, they're looking at buying the car. I did it once. You know who bought the car? The first person. You know why they bought the car? Because you always want something when you can't have it.